Malayalam cinema was not that great in 2025. Really? I mean, if you're comparing to 2024, which is considered as one of the biggest years for Malayalam cinema, where we had the most quantity of Malayalam cinemas being successful, then yes, maybe 2025 അത്രയും വലിയൊരു ഫീച്ചർ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തോന്നത്തില്ല. പക്ഷേ നിങ്ങൾ അറിഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമുണ്ട്. That is in 2024, when we had around 22 successful movies, it was out of 206 movies that were totally made in Malayalam cinema. And we had a net loss of 700 crores in total. And in comparison, 2025 എടുത്ത് നോക്കിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, we have around 80 to 20 movies that are successful clean hits, and we have a 48 to 50% reduction in the number of losses. And this is why I feel that 2025 was a more consistent year for Malayalam cinema. And ഈ വർഷത്തിന്റെ top 3 highest grosses എടുത്ത് നോക്കിയാൽ, we had over 800 crores in box office collection, which is a big number for a regional industry like Malayalam cinema. And just to give you a reference, ഈ വർഷം, അതായത് 2025, Bollywood had only 3 to 5 hit films in comparison to 18 to 20 films of Malayalam cinema. And this is why I feel that Malayalam cinema is the biggest contributor for Indian cinema in 2025. And ഇതിന്റെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയൊരു പ്രൂഫ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഈ വർഷം ഇറങ്ങിക്കുന്ന സിനിമ തന്നെയാണ്. പൊന്മാൻ ആയാലും, രേഖാചിത്രം, ലോക, കളംകാവൽ, ഇക്കോ, ഡിയേസറെ, Thodarim. These were all top-notch cinema experience, and the reason that they were able to make such good movies is purely because of their ideology or vision behind the word cinema. I mean, there are actors in industries who charge 300 to 400 crores just to perform a role, while the Malayalam cinema industry is making whole movies with a budget of 3 to 10 crores without compromising the quality of content. And this dedication is something that we see very much in Malayalam cinema, and I'm proud to say that there are actors who choose quality of script over pay scale and opportunities. And ഇതിന്റെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയൊരു എക്സാമ്പിൾ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ബേസിൽ ജോസഫ് ആണ്. Because when he had the chance to act in Loka, a franchisee which would promise him repeated roles, he chose Ponman, a very simple drama movie. And ഇത് റിഗ്രറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു മലയാളി പോലും ഉണ്ടാകത്തില്ല, because that is the impact and influence that Ajish PP എന്നൊരു ക്യാരക്ടറിന്റെ ആ ഒരു ഇൻഫ്ലുവൻസ് അതായിരുന്നു. That is definitely what stood out in the movie. That is definitely why Ponman is the best movie in 2025 for me, and it's to an extent where I'd be disappointed if he doesn't win the Best Actor award for National Awards in 2025. And the result of the dedication is definitely what created the uniqueness for Malayalam cinema in comparison to all the other industries. Because while most industries consider mass masala action movies as a mainstream genre, Malayalam cinema continued to explore every single genre with equal importance. ഇതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമുക്ക് ലോക്ക്ഡൗണിൽ things worked, because ബാക്കിയുള്ള ഇൻഡസ്ട്രീസ് ഒക്കെ വന്നിട്ട് ലോക്ക്ഡൗൺ സമയത്ത് അടച്ചു പൂട്ടി പോയപ്പോൾ പോലും Malayalam cinema was making movies like Joji, Kala, See You Soon. ഇതുപോലത്തെ അടിപൊളി സിനിമ നമുക്ക് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റി. And this was what changed the exposure rate for Malayalam cinema, because lockdown സമയത്തിൽ people were forced to watch Malayalam cinema because there was no other alternatives. And this led to the rise of subtitles, and this definitely caused Malayalam cinema to explore pan-India. And experimentation in 2025 is not that different as well, because ഈ വർഷവും we had a movie for every single genre. Horror, crime, mystery, thriller, family drama, dark comedy drama, sports, romance, every single genre had a movie, and every single one of it was a theatrical watch, and all of it had an impact on the audience. But if you ask me, is Malayalam cinema at its peak? Well, it's always been peak. It's just that ഇപ്പോൾ കുറേ ആൾക്കാർ മലയാളം സിനിമയെ കുറിച്ച് അറിയുന്നുണ്ട്. ഈ ഒരു എക്സ്പോഷറും റെക്കഗ്നിഷനും ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് people expect a lot from us. But if you see, even with movies like Ikko, Ponman, Rekachitram, Thodarim, ഈ ഇത്രയും മൂവീസ് ഉണ്ടായിട്ട് പോലും the golden era of Malayalam cinema is considered to be from 70s to 90s, when makers like Sibi Malayal, Adur Gopalakrishnan, Padmarajan made beautiful movies like Kiridam, Sadayam, Nadodikattu, Vidayan. ഇതുപോലത്തെ അടിപൊളി movies which explored stigma topics that no one even dared to explore. പക്ഷേ ആ സമയത്ത് ഒരു മേജർ പ്രോബ്ലം എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ we had the limitation of regional language and no distribution outside of Kerala. എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ കേരളത്തിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മലയാളി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ we couldn't watch Malayalam cinema, we couldn't understand Malayalam cinema is the problem that we had back then. പക്ഷേ എന്നിട്ട് പോലും there were many Indian directors who adored Malayalam cinema, and ഇന്നും ബോളിവുഡിന്റെ cult classic ആയിട്ട് കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യുന്ന കുറേ സിനിമകൾ is the remakes of Malayalam cinema. That is the influence that Malayalam cinema had back then. It's just that we have magnified that influence a little more today because of the exposure that we have due to OTTs and subtitles. This could also become a problem because നമ്മൾ pan-Indian cinema എന്നൊരു umbrella താഴെ വരാൻ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ we would be making a movie for the masses, and this could result in us losing our culturally rooted way of storytelling, which could oversaturate our movies. ഇതല്ലാതെ we will also have to work on the marketing and distribution of our movies, because in a country like India, where first day collection plays a huge role in the movie's success, our movies are only getting shared because of word of mouth. And even then, people are not able to watch our movies even if they want to because of the lack of distribution. But yes, 2025 is one of the greatest years of Malayalam cinema. And in case you have any thoughts or discussions to do on this, please do drop in the comments and I shall see you in the next video.